Hello, welcome to Polemarch Gaming. I'm your host Kyle, and we're doing a list react and critique. This one is from the Chef of Conquest, otherwise known as Andrew. He's a pretty swell lad. Goes by the Chef because he's earned a lot of spoons from getting last place in tournaments, and he enjoys playing city states. So he sent me this one. Wants to know my thoughts on how it would fare against Old Dominion matchup, Euroni Spiders, Nord's Monster Mash, Pigless, specifically. He ran this one apparently at a tournament on the 22nd of November, so a little while ago. But let's see what he's got. So it is a Monster Mash, as he says in his email. So we got Promethean Oracle with the Spear, Warlord, Promethean Talos, Promethean Oracle with Promethean Talos, Polemarch with Thorakites, and a Hephaestian. So a little different from the standard Monster Mash. Typically, you've got just one Talos. Um, it's not too untypical. Oh, I forgot the second Oracle has an axe. Polemarch has Atalanta Spear. Thorakites have Andromachos and the Thyrean auxiliary. Do either of the Taloses have a Mask of Eris on one Talos? Both have Mask of Eris. Okay. Man, Monster Mash. Um, Monster Mash is real strong because you have force concentration, and it's hard for your opponent to match that force concentration unless they have regiments with high amounts of support or a lot of shooting. This list, well, the City States Monster Mash suffers from having a lot of heavies. So they're typically struggling to get on the table. This is one of the rare instances where I'd say maybe consider an Aristar Warlord. Even then, bad taste in my mouth. Hate it. So he's chosen to go with Promethean Warlord to help get priest value up against, I believe in the email it says, new players with this tournament would bring lots of spellcasters. So he wanted to increase likelihood that he gets spells off. It's reasonable. I don't think it's real necessary though. Typically, you have a high enough like really the only time you want that that additional priest level, it's not because you're running into counter spell play with like interference and stuff. It's more to allow you to spell cast even if you don't get into combat. So that reason I don't think is good enough to warrant the Promethean being the Warlord. I'd still run Polemarch Warlord. Um, so I think, what is his reason? He gave a reason for running the Thorakites, meant to get a regiment on the field early, try to be a wall block or flank support for the Titan regiments when they come on. Yeah, that's fine. Um, I love Thorakites. I think they're insanely good. Especially when you have a character in Andromachos on there. I I would say for this list specifically, I even with the worries about opponents having spellcasters, run the Polemarch as the Warlord. Even if he wasn't, you want to play cagey with these Thorakites because you're only light. You're not going to have a lot of support for them uh, really until turn 3. Um, and they can't score, so there's no reason for them to be pushing across the table because they'll just go and die. Like maybe you get a trade, but so I would say run the Polemarch Warlord and have the Thorakites set up to be a KG um, tempo set for one turn, right? Like they can kill a lot of regiments with that flurry and the cow and the Polemarch attached to them. They can kill a lot of things in one hit. Um, and then you could consider downgrading a Talos to another Hephaestian to get some more meat on this Thorakiti regiment. It's not necessary, but it's worth considering. Um, but yeah, this list is tricky to play because you don't know when you're getting all your Titans on. Because I mean, it's what is this? 5 heavy regiments. So there's Hephaestian, 1 Talos, 1 Oracle. Yeah, it's five heavies. That's a lot of heavies. When your list consists of what is it? 6, like 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So almost over half your list is heavy. So you're not guaranteed to be all on the table until 5. That's a long time. I mean, the Talos is a good pick because it's got Vanguard. It's going to help get on the table earlier. But yeah, that's the downside of Monster Mash. It's fairly simple to play if it's all on the table. It's understanding how to play it if your reinforcement rolls are unkind. Um, and a Polemarch can help with that, especially a Warlord Polemarch, because he can potentially buy you time and put your opponent on the back foot long enough to get the rest of the Titans on and moving. So yeah, I'd say switch up Warlord and consider downgrading a Talos to another Hephaestian to allow this Thorakiti block to get a little bigger. Again, not necessary, but it'll be a little bit more forgiving of a regiment that way. So yeah, hope that was helpful to you, Andrew. I know this is after the fact for your tournament. Um, if you want to give us some insight in the comments about how your matchups went, um, could help folks out understand how to run this list.